Welcome back to another Brian's Action Figure Reviews video. Today's video we've got a brand new Transformers review from the Transformers Legacy series. This one is a Decepticon. It is the Leader Class Blitzwing, which is a triple changer. Another one from my obsession with the 1986 animated movie, and I'm really happy to get him. Shout out to Big Bang Comics, again, who are my usual suppliers. That sounds wrong, but let's check this guy out and have a look at that box. He is a big one, and of course this is the first one in the Transformers line that I've gotten with no plastic at the front as well. So we're going plastic free, despite it being a big hunk of plastic in the box. So let's go. So let's look at the box of the Transformers Legacy Collection Leader Class Blitzwing. And next to the box I have a Marvel Legends Miss Marvel, just to give you an idea of the scale and size of this box. And it is quite big, as you can see. This is a 6-inch figure and it's definitely nearly double the size. But let's take her away now for a second and we can go closer looking at this box. As you can see, there is no plastic window now. You've just got this lovely artwork, and you actually have him in the flight mode, in robot mode, and in tank mode, all on the front, which is really nice. It does say Leader Class Transformers Legacy Hasbro 8+ Blitzwing. You do have Transformers Generations, Takara Tomy. If you switch it around, you've got kind of close-ups of the flight mode and tank mode, which do look really nice on the back. So you get like the usual, tells you how many steps, 32 steps into plane mode and 41 steps into tank mode, and he does look really, really nice. I'm looking forward to getting this guy out of the box, but the transformation is going to be a bit difficult for a novice like me. On the bottom you've got all the legalese. You've got this thing now, it's a QR code. I'm sure you can scan that and it'll take you to a website. On the other side you've got some other Legacy figures. You've got what looks like Skywarp maybe, and Bombshell, Snapdragon. I could be wrong on these, but anyway, you know them better than I do. So yeah, let's get this guy out of the box. So guys, here is Blitzwing out of the box, and of course he comes packaged like this in tank mode. Before we go any further, I just want to go through the accessories and what else is in the box. So let's start out with the usual. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find these instructions that come with all these figures very difficult to decipher, and I much rather follow a video on a YouTube channel or something like that. And MGO, who's quite good for those, is the best option for me. Maybe I'm not an architect, I'm not anyone like minded to follow these diagrams and stuff, so yeah, I'm going to be following something else. So they don't hold any purpose for me. He does come with his sword, which is quite nice. There is some really nice detailing in there, and there is a peg here. You can stick it somewhere in the tank mode if you like, but it doesn't really make much sense to do that. So he does come with two of these guns as well, which is really, really nice. They could have just got away with one even, but very happy to get that. It's quite cool. And there is pegs on the side of the tank if you wanna just plug it in there to just leave it on his person. Yeah, they work there. They're fine. They're not causing any offense. But yeah, so that's them. They do come with these things as well. Now this came in 2 parts. The red part here with all the holes and stuff that plugged in there. I'm not too sure about these, if I'll be using them. They do fit, if I can show you right now. They do fit on the tank mode like this. One on either side. Yeah, they're bits. I think it's just to do with the team or something. They're like energon weapons or energy weapons or something like that. And they look alright, like, but yeah, they're very clumsy looking. I don't know. I won't be keeping these. They'll be going in the accessories box. And yeah, so that's the accessories themselves. So let's pop them off there before we have a look at Blitzwing. So as you can see here, you've got the nose cone of the plane mode. Now it is a quite nice tank. It's quite thick. It's weighty. Like, I really like it. You can see his head under there. I don't know how much that offends people or what, but it is quite cool. This does spin around. It does look up and down. It's quite cool. And of course you do get lots of movement on it. and it's really cool. Underneath, not much kibble, which is good. Just the legs and stuff here, and yeah, you've got the tracks. There's an awful lot of detail in this figure. Now I will say here, this is like one of the transformation things. If you lift this up, there you can even see like panels and stuff inside there, and I think this just pops in there. Yeah, but there's the detail in this guy is really cool. For those of you who will store him in tank mode, he does look like a very convincing tank. He does have the Decepticon insignia here, and I think there was somewhere else as well, maybe on the chest or something. Anyway, I'll find it out as we're moving on. I transformed this guy once already, and he is hella complicated to do, so I will not be transforming him on this video. So I'm just going to do it quickly off camera. Well, it won't be quick, it'll be quite long, but yeah, so this is a really complicated transformation. Let's get to the playing mode. And just like that, we have Blitzwing transformed into his jet mode. One thing I want to say about this guy is he is thick. For a jet, he's quite big, as you can see. He does look really nice. I did say I was missing some Decepticon signs there here, and they're really cool on the wings and just here as well. Like, there is a lot of crap hanging off the bottom of him, loads and loads of kibble, but I will say that is unavoidable. With a triple changer, you're always going to see a lot of stuff. Now, as for the accessories, you can put these on here if you want to make like missiles and stuff. It's pretty cool. You can sit them in there or sit them up further if you want. Yeah, I think they actually look really, the guns especially work really well with this guy in jet mode. I think much better than the other modes. So now he looks like someone's gonna blow shit up. Yeah, it's really good. I am very pleased with it. As I say, I probably won't be using him in this mode anyway. I'll probably be using him in bot mode, which I will be reviewing next. I will say the transformation is quite difficult at first, but since doing it a second time now, I'm beginning to see the muscle memory is beginning to kick in, and it's not as bad. But yeah, it is quite difficult the first time you do it. So I would recommend like watching a video or whatever, or just mess around, because I'm terrible at these anyway. So let me know, guys, what you think. Just about now to change him into bot mode. And finally, we have Blitzwing in bot mode, and I have to say, this really makes the figure worth it. He looks absolutely fantastic, really G1 as well. The face, the whole lot, the whole package is absolutely excellent. Now, you could probably complain that he does have a whole lot of kibble on back there, but it's a triple changer, it's Blitzwing, it's expected. Now, I will say, like, this is what sold me on the figure initially, seeing the early pictures of him looking like this, and he hasn't let me down at all. So, as he can hold his weapons quite well, and of course now we get the sword, we can use that, and he does look quite good with them as well, so you really get a proper like warrior version of Blitzwing here. He can put the guns on his back as well, and the sword does go here. Again, you can probably put these things on his hands, but I'm just not going to use them because they're not anything from the character to me. So let's look at this figure properly, I suppose, starting with articulation. So the head, you get a good movement, bit of movement on the head. Look up, look down, some side to side. Does do a full rotation as well, and the head itself is quite good. Look at that face. It is very good, and the detail, again, as we saw on the other modes, is just fantastic. Now, there is a problem with the shoulders. You don't get a lot of movement due to this on the back, so you can't like do a full movement, but you can open this panel that gives you a bit more movement and stuff. There is a bicep swivel, of course, and there is an elbow joint that gives you about that much bend, which isn't bad. But the arms are quite limited, but it doesn't take away from the figure too much. As I said, you can't go back because of all this behind him. There is rotation at the wrists as well, and yeah, there is a waist swivel, which is quite good considering all the stuff that's on him. The legs will go all the way out like that. These lift up as well to give you more kicking power. He does have a single jointed knee. And the feet do move from the side as well, I think. Yeah, they do move out like that as well to give you a bit of swivel. So there is like despite the limitations in places, you can get a lot of good poses and things with him, and he's really cool. As for size wise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some of the other Decepticons. So here is Megatron, the Siege Megatron, the Siege Netflix Soundwave, the Siege Astro Train, of course another triple changer, and they do look quite good as a crew. And here is the Siege Starscream, and just one more for the fun of it, here is the Legacy Bombshell. So as you can see, there is a lot of Transformers Decepticons now in, I don't know why I keep saying Decepticons now in this scale, and as you can see, they look fantastic together, and I'm definitely planning on getting more. I do have a Devastator, and I am going to try and get Menethor as well. Motor Master is out soon. So yeah guys, let me know what you think of this review. I will be doing picks straight afterwards as well with some other figures and stuff. So yeah, this has been my review for the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Blitzwing. And drop those comments below guys. Hit that like button, and if you're feeling extra nice, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one guys. Bye!